Okay, so to get this going, I'm the Product Support and Development Manager at Astrea Bioseparations, which is formerly Prometic Bioseparations Limited. Today, I'd like to talk to you about disposable solutions, and in particular, about disposable columns. Firstly, I'd just like to take a minute to mention who we are, what we do, and how we got here. So Astrea Bioseparations is the new name of our company since the beginning of 2020, this year. We started as a spin-off from Cambridge University as Affinity Chromatography Limited back in 1987. In 1989, we began manufacturing and selling our first affinity or mimetic ligand chromatography adsorbents. In 1999, we became a subsidiary of Prometic Life Sciences and developed our proprietary base matrix, which is Purabead. We continued to develop our products and then launched the multi-mode mimetic ligand library, or MMM plates for short, as well as in 2015 launching the Evolve column range, which I'll discuss in a little bit more detail shortly. We continued to expand and in 2017 rebranded and became Prometic Bioseparations Limited and increased our manufacturing capacity significantly. In collaboration with Delta Precision, in late 2018, we launched our disposable Evolve D column range, the main feature of this talk. Astrea Bioseparations, as you just heard, has been established for over 33 years and provides a range of bioseparation products, of which are or have been approved in 18 FDA or EMEA products or processes. Our adsorbents are derived from small synthetic molecules and are manufactured at a range of scales up to 1,000 liters in a clean room environment and are supported with a full regulatory package. Astrea also provide custom development and manufacturing services for both adsorbents as well as processes, downstream processing. Additionally, to complement our adsorbents, as well as providing a platform for our customers, we've launched a range of Evolve columns. So why use disposable? Firstly, it's worth defining what we mean by disposable. Many companies are moving towards disposable solutions for greater productivity and efficiency, as well as moving towards single-use and flexible facilities. Disposables also mitigate the bottlenecks in downstream process areas. There are a range of disposable items available for manufacturers to use, from tubing, connectors, buffer and product bags, and the list goes on. These items are usually low cost and are easily replaced as long as the supplier and the supply chain is well established. Columns, on the other hand, are inherently more costly due to the engineering required and also the resin contained within. Therefore, disposable columns are becoming more prevalent, but are potentially not single-use, but more campaign use. The benefits of disposable columns are plenty, including operational speed, as in they're essentially plug and play and negates the need for additional facility space, in-house expertise, and labor time for column packing and qualification, as well as cleaning and validation. Disposable columns provide operational flexibility and rapid changeover with reduced line clearance issues. Due to the nature of disposable columns, usually not required to be larger than about, say, 30 centimeters, they're more adapted for the increasing continuous column chromatography market and also support alternative personalized therapies, i.e. smaller scale fermentation batches and column requirements. Astrea wanted to complement its adsorbents with a column, and in collaboration with Delta began supplying the Evolve column. The Evolve column range is an easy-to-use, cost-effective, and ready-to-use pilot-to-process scale columns. We currently offer 7 different sizes, including a 7, 10, 14, 20, 25, 35, and now 45 centimeter diameter columns, which all have a non-metallic flow path. The columns conform to the relevant regulatory requirements for manufacture, and they are rated to 4-bar operational. We call the columns the Evolve columns, as although we wanted to provide the customers with a standard operational column, we added a semi-disposable twist. This is what we call the refresh kit. This kit allows the customer to replace the full wetted flow path whilst retaining the column skeleton. This not only reduces waste, but also reduces the cost, as the refresh kit to replace is approximately 1/3 of the price of the column. However, to further support our customers, you could say that we evolved and developed a fully disposable column. Astrea developed lab-scale columns with our Evolve R range, which R standing for research. The Evolve R range is a 5 and 50 ml column and scales well to our development pilot or process scale columns, which is the Evolve D, D referring to disposable. Both the Evolve R and D columns have many similar features highlighted on this slide. As mentioned, the Evolve R columns are 5 and 50 ml with a 0.5 and 5 centimeters cross-sectional area and a fixed bed height of 10 centimeters. Our Evolve D range, however, has a column diameter of 7, 10, or 20 centimeters and comes in 3 different bed heights of 5, 10, or 20 centimeters. This covers a column volume range from approximately 200 mils to 6.3 liters. As with the Evolve range, the Evolve D columns can be used with all common process solutions and are rated to 4-bar operational use. The disposable Evolve columns demonstrate good scalability. In this example, we use Etoxiclear, our endotoxin removal adsorbent. We loaded a comparable amount of IgG solution containing endotoxin onto each column to about 20 mg per ml of adsorbent. As Etoxiclear works in a negative mode, with the IgG product passing through the column and the endotoxin is being retained. The flow-through material for all 3 columns formats exhibit high recoveries of IgG and demonstrated greater than 4.5 log clearance of endotoxin to below 0.1 endotoxin units per mg of IgG. It is worth noting that in this case, the 5 ml column demonstrated slightly lower recoveries due to a minor discrepancy in the protein concentration determination. The Evolve D columns can be provided with a range of our in-house products, like Etoxiclear, which I just described. But it can also be used as a platform technology for a range of other adsorbents and resins from other suppliers. The Evolve D columns have been ISTA tested on all our column sizes and have demonstrated mechanical stability in preservative kept in cold storage for up to 2 years, as well as column efficiency stability. Bioburden and endotoxin testing has been performed to demonstrate that the column does not present itself with any dead spaces and has good clearance. The Evolve D columns can be provided as either a non-GMP version or GMP-ready pre-packed in our ISO 7 cleanroom environment at our Isle of Man facility. All the GMP-ready columns come provided with bioburden and endotoxin testing, with certificates of analysis, and a full regulatory support file, developed and delivered to you, ready to use. In addition to the current Evolve R and D range, Astrea are continuing to expand our product range. For initial scout work, Astrea provide our HT1 and 5 columns, which are a simple, proven design column of 1 and 5 mil. And we're also looking to bridge the gap between our Evolve R and D columns with our new range of 100 and 200 mil columns, the Evolve S. Additionally, we are listening to our customers, and we're planning to increase our Evolve D column range with a 15 centimeter bed height, as well as larger diameter Evolve D columns. So in summary, disposable solutions. Well, the markets are moving towards this for ease, flexibility, and resolving the issues faced with conventional column chromatography. Our Evolve column, a semi-disposable column with a refresh kit, has been evolved into a pre-packed, validated, fully disposable column, the Evolve D. The Evolve D comes in a range of sizes and bed heights and provides a cost-effective, ready-to-use column. The Evolve R and Evolve D column range is ideal suited to EtoxyClear as well as our other adsorbents, allowing for excellent protein recoveries whilst providing high clearance of endotoxin to levels below 0.1 EU per mg as demonstrated. The Evolve D columns have a non-metallic flow path like our Evolve columns and are constructed from pharmaceutical grade material, making them suitable for the biomanufacturing market. Evolve D columns have been established to be a platform for pre-packed GMP-ready columns for a range of in-house and customer adsorbents and resins. And we are expanding our range with our smaller scouting columns of 1 and 5 mil, our 100 and 200 mil Evolve S, and our different Evolve D sizes. Thank you for your valuable time and attention. I'll now take any questions you may have. And of course, if you think of any additional questions after this webinar or want to learn more about Astrea Bioseparations, please don't hesitate to contact us or visit our website at www.astreabioseparations.com. Thank you.
That's great, Buzz. Thanks very much for that presentation. Just to remind everyone, if you do have any questions, you can use the chat function, which is currently available, and we'll try and get to your questions. We've got a few questions that have come through in the meantime, Buzz.
Okay.
First one asks about the pressure flow characteristics of our pre-packed columns. Have we done any work in terms of flow pressure curves, and how do they compare to other sorts of typical process columns?
So we've done flow curves, obviously, on our empty columns, and they're very good. Obviously, we have for our smaller 7 and 10 Evolve D columns are a 3 mil ID port, and for our larger 20 centimeter diameter Evolve D columns has a 6 mil ID port. Now, for the columns, the flow characteristics are usually defined by whatever bottleneck or the smallest point, which is these points. We've performed pressure drop versus flow curves on our empty columns, as well as on obviously our columns packed with a range of our products as well as custom products, and they all are as expected compared to the standard columns.
Okay, that's great. And you touched upon the expansion of the range. Are you able to elaborate on the sizes, especially at the larger sizes that we plan to develop?
So yeah, with the Evolve D columns, we have developed the 7, the 10, and the 20 centimeters. And we are looking in our product pipeline, we are looking to develop a 14 centimeter diameter column, as well as potentially a 25 centimeters. That's in the planning phase as well, a 21 centimeter diameter. So essentially to match what we've done with our Evolve column range.
Okay, great. And I think it's right, you mentioned packing of absorbents from other companies. Mm-hmm. What's the process for this, and how long does that process take?
So yeah, we have already proven that we can pack a range of, it's a platform technology where we can pack a range of other suppliers of adsorbents and resins into our columns. And we either, as mentioned, we either provide non-GMP columns, we can provide custom columns where we can turn that around in a matter of weeks. to our GMP ready columns. Now, the GMP ready columns, what we standardly do is we would set up a packing development plan where we would create a robust packing method and then supply that over to our Isle of Man facility to complete the robustness packing to develop the GMP ready columns. We normally see approximately 6 to 8 weeks for our packing development, and then around 6 to 8 weeks for the GMP ready. Now, again, that is for materials that we have not ever packed before. So obviously we've got an ever-growing library of adsorbents. So if we already have packed the materials, it would be standardly about 7 weeks delivery for a GMP ready column. If it's a new material, we go through that process of packing development and then hand over TT to our GMP facility.
Okay, that's great. And do you have any experience of non-agarose materials?
Yes, we do. We've packed, we've obviously, our materials are agarose based. We have packed other customers' agarose based materials, as well as resin materials. So we have packed other companies' resins as well, and with great success.
Okay, perfect. Do you also supply a regulatory support package for the columns? And what does that sort of cover? What sort of details are in that?
Yeah, so we have a generic regulatory support file for the Evolve D columns. And as I already mentioned, that covers the fact that we've performed the bioburden testing, we've done pressure testing, mechanical testing. We also provide the range of suitability of materials. We have documentation for leachables and extractables from the materials that have been provided for the manufacture of the columns. So we provide a whole host of documentation as well as also TSE statements. So a whole range of documentation suitable for the customer to give them the confidence that they can go into manufacturing.
Okay, perfect. At the moment, that's all the questions we have then, Buzz. So again, thanks very much for your time. And thank everyone for joining. As Buzz mentioned, if you want to find out any more information or you have any questions, then please don't hesitate to contact us. As I mentioned, we've recorded this presentation and we'll be providing a link for it shortly. Other than that, thank you all for joining and stay safe. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.